So this is it. The transfer window of dreams. We've got a bit of money to spend. Not much wages, but we've got like £1 million. We shifted some of that into wages. I made a couple of transfers, filled a couple of caps for some free transfers, and then probably massively overspent on a youngster. Normal stuff, really. Just carry on as normal. But this season, we're going up. Greetings and salutations, my friends. Apologies for this video being a bit late. I signed a lot of players and it took quite a long time. This is last season, technically. We signed 8. I think we signed about 13 players. So let's quickly whiz through them. Some little gems, some desperate transfers, and like I said before, a bit of a punt. I'm not even sitting in the middle of me webcam. Okay, so first off, Joaquin Trosante, a free transfer and a very good player and a leader of men. He's Uruguayan. I think he's fully, so one of our foreign spots. Remember, we're allowed 4 foreigners because Brexit or something, I don't know. But I think he's very good as the DM role. He's not going to play out on the left because he can't cross to save himself. But I think he's a good player and decent going forward as well. Very good mentals. Coming into his prime, quite highly paid, but I think he's going to pay off. We've got Jesus. No, I've already seen you, Jesus. You were rubbish. Next up, we have Mitar. We shall call you. Caps lock. Ergi. So we got Ergi as our left winger. Struggled with this position a lot. We got this guy in. He's not exceptional. It's just a sort of temporary loan thing. Really good dribbling. Not terrible, but not a worldie and not worth a foreign player spot, to be honest. But struggled with those ones. Next up, we've got Joaquin Ochoa Jimenez. And he is another DM stroke, the new left winger. I'm also training him as the sort of defensive midfielder. If we need somebody centrally that can be a bit more attacking, or we need a number 10, we bring him in. Quite low wages for sort of quality player, but he's 30 years old. He's getting old a bit, but get a year or 2 out of him, it will be all good. Next up, we've got Julian Silva. We lost a player, by the way, annoyingly, I'll show you. Just a sort of young player, bit of a punt. I'm trying to loan him out. Got him on a free. Loan him out for a season because we've got right wingers currently. But nobody wants to loan him because nobody wants a free player that they don't have to pay. Because reasons. Next up, I think this is the same kind of Lautaro Ruiz. Another punt, 18 years old. Going to loan him out, get him some game time, see how he does on his return. Then we've got Constantino Caldente. Such a good name. He's a goalkeeper that I think could be very good. Like, genuinely, like 21 years old. Not a world beater or anything, but I think for us, he could be very good, and we're struggling. Command of the area. You know, arguably an important attribute. But the rest is good. Then we've got Samuel Velasquez. He's a beast of a left back. Very, very happy with him. I thought scouts would rate him higher because I don't really see what he's got. I think he's a very good young Colombian, under 20 international, on in 1K a week. I think he could be very, very good. And if we desperately need him, we can put him on the left wing. And then we've got Renzo Renega. He is our new striker. As you can see, good all-rounder, but a bit more of a target man. 15 jumping reach, 12 heading, decent strength, but still a good finisher. Like a terrible haircut, but everything else, liking it. We're not done. We are not done. Santiago, I told you, this is why it took a while. Santiago Gonzalez. He's a punt of a Uruguayan striker, 18 years old. Paid 50 grand for him. But I think, worst case scenario, we make a profit on him. I think he could be pretty decent. He's battling out for that sort of 4th striker spot. Jose Barreto, 170k, big spending. But Oh, I love some anticipation. Underrated attribute, in my opinion, especially for strikers and attacking players. Very good all-rounder, decent high wages. We've got some strikers. I couldn't find any, like, out-and-out gods. So we kind of just, got their children. The sort of bastard children. Okay, didn't need any centre-backs until Liquihold left to go to fucking Colon. Because he had a release clause of 525k, which is annoying. So then we had to mad panic and we couldn't really. So we got Laturo Spats as a backup, sort of 25 years old, sort of third choice centre back. Nothing exceptional. And then we bought Rodrigo Montes as not really a right back, but can do it if he needed. More of a DM support or a little bit more of an attacking player. Just as a sort of bit of squad depth. We got Sebastian Fernandez, who I'm quite excited about. Scouts, not so much. I think he's a very good ball-winning midfielder. Kind of everything you really need, to be honest, in my opinion. I'm very happy to get him. Cost 71k. And then, look, I might have overspent a little bit on it, but we had money. Look, I'll show you you can see the transfers out. We've made bank, okay? I deserve a little treat. Diego Sotelo. He's 18 years old. He's a centre-back. Nothing stands out as amazing, but also he's not got, for an 18-year-old, not got any major weaknesses in his game. And with most of these players, hopefully it's a little bit on the high side, 200k. Even if they don't really work out, you should be able to make a decent bit of money on him. He can play as a left, like more defensive fullback as well on the left-hand side. He's left-footed. I think he's good. I'm hoping he'll come good. We've got another young centre-back as well that I think could be good. So on the outs fronts, do we get rid of anybody? Nobody important. A lot of free transfers, obviously, and released players. Got rid of the goalkeeper that looks good but is terrible and has a stupid photo and Tash. So worth getting rid of him. And he was on really high wages, 200k. We've got a loaned guy out. Proti, our striker, got 650k for him. Very happy to get that sort of money. He is probably he is factually our best striker in the last 3 years. But he's 31 now. His physicals by the end of this season are going to look horrific. They're not great now, and they're going to be worse. And he was on high wages, so I'm delighted to get 650 grand. Lickhold obviously left us because he hates us, and then just some. So we've made money. We've done well. We've had to, I think wages-wise, we might have even dropped a little bit. And we've got ourselves a big old team. Now, minor issues. We're loaning these two out. And we've got rid of a lot of our under-20s. I'm desperately trying, but nobody wants them. We did have our youth intake day, which made no sense. I feel like I'm getting mixed messages for this. It is an excellent group of players, but apparently none of them are good. So excellent, 4.5 stars. Hooray! Best players are C. Boo. So I thought they would correlate somehow, but we'll see. I don't even know when it is. It'll probably be in a couple of months, assuming from when we get that message. So, biggest question marks on the team. My tactic, obviously, that's always a big question mark. I'm kind of going with what the deeper 4-4-2 because I want to try. I haven't used it much this season, and I think we've got better players for that role. Question marks. Goalkeeper. We got old Soltani, who was solid at the end of last season. For this level, he should be sort of okay. But we do have Constantino Caldente. Just should be Italian. It just feels Italian. Who's a very good youngster. And we've got a couple of desperate ones we can pull back if needed. We still have 2 very, very good centre-backs. Would have been 3, but we lost Liquihold. So that's fine. And then the backup is Spats, probably. And then we've got the new guy, Sotelo, and also the other guy, Lionel Alvarez, another good youngster. Is he? Yeah, he's homegrown that I've promoted. So they can battle out for that 4th spot. Left, we've got the youngster with amazing physicals, but can't really play football. And we've got the Colombian wonder kid, Bosch, loving that. In the right-back slot, we've got plenty. We've got Rosso, who can fill in a couple of roles for us, a good all-rounder, maybe his last season with us. Then we've got Gonzalez, who's finally learning the role of being a right-back, who's a good player, a very good player, I think. So they should be able to do the job there. Montez, if needed. In the DM roles, we've got Indy from last season. We've got Musia from last season. We've added strength. Because last season we had 2 good ones and the rest were sort of dregs. No offence, but they're dregs if you're watching. But this season we've got kind of 5 well-rounded players that can battle it out. On the right-hand side, we've got Brian. It's going to be a big season for Brian. Probably his last season with us, because he is highly paid. I did sort of sniff around to see if there was any interest. I might have another look at the end of the transfer window if I could get £1 million for him. I think I take it. With that wages, I could probably replace him. We've got Gatti as the youngster. I might look to loan him out because we do have Merlot, who we bought in, our sort of very exciting wonder kid who was terrible last year. Had a little woo at the end, didn't he? He was like, oh, I can play football. Yeah, big hopes for him this season. I'm going to make him available for the reserves for 90 mins. On the left-hand side, probably not as strong, but we've got Ergi as our loanee that we bought in, and we've got Jimenez, who's not the paciest, but a bit much better all-rounder, so it'll be interesting how they do. And then as our strike force, we've got Renzo, who's our bit more of a target manny fella. We've got Paredes, who was the guy we bought in and was absolute... Okay. I think, again, he sort of improved at the end of the season. Took him a while to get his first goal. And we've got Barreto, who I think could be very good. And then we've got 2 youngsters that can fight it out for that 4 spot. So overall, top team. I think... I haven't looked at this yet. 6 favourites. Okay. Not too bad. Right, let's go Soltani in goal. We're going to go with Rosso there. We're going to go for the new guy, the Colombian, at left back. So, I can't remember if they're both... Yeah, so you're the lefty. We need these guys to stay fit. These 2 centre-backs. I see Spats is all right. And then we'll have one of the youngsters... We've got 2 very good youngsters. Hopefully one of them develops. But then kind of, with our training set up at this level, you kind of just need them to give them game time. And that's kind of tricky. I think this guy's going to be beast. I think this guy's going to be really good. His physicals are a little bit low. That's the only problem. But you can't have everything at this level. And we're going to play Musia for you. And then on the left, we're going to go with Ergi. And then up front, I'm not even sure if I kind of want to play with a target man. But more of a supportive target man. And that man will be this one, right? Yep. Okay. And then Barreto, who also is decent in the air. Right, I know we have, everybody has experienced, you've all experienced this, of the optimism, the pre-season optimism, the transfer window optimism. You spent hours working to try and build something a little bit magic. And you go in, and you have to go in with optimism. Otherwise, what's the point? If you've just done your whole transfer window, spent absolute hours on it, and then we're like... Yeah, that was rubbish. It's not a good look. It's on you. Tresante is our captain, but hey, let's worry about that time. Okay. And Indy, Tresante, and then we have our Brian as our backup. Or they're gonna fight it out. The youngster and Brian. See, I'll get back to that in a minute. Jimenez. And then I think we'll keep the youngsters off for the time being. I'll sort them out later and make sure they're getting under 18 time. Because if he can, which he should, he's just learning the position, but he should be a very good right winger. And therefore, Brian's pushed out because we can't afford Brian to be on our highest paid player to be there. In fact, not live because this is a pre-recorded video, but live in the recording of me doing it. You know what? We're keen. See, the wages, I'm not sure if anybody just offer him bosh. Let's go unspecified, see how it goes. But if I can get a mil for him, even half a mil, to be honest, at this time, because the wages are so high, not very many teams are going to be interested. But we're playing Atlanta, who are in the season preview, are 34th out of 37, and it's at home. And we're playing, by the way, we're also playing attacking football. Simple attacking football. Because I feel like it. And we should, maybe not dominate this game, but we should create chances. Outstretched arms. Relax, play your natural game, the result will come. I would like a positive attitude going into my evening, so I'm not thinking about how badly we've messed up. I want a good performance. Already decent XG comparatively to last season. 0.37. Take it. 0.47. They're hanging on. Okay. And it's obviously their highlight. They get the first highlight because, worried about the goalkeeper. Look, there's not very many good goalkeepers that want to come to me. It's all right. It's a good start. Set piece, Kings. Go on, Ergie. What have you got for me? A little bit of whippage into the new boost. And Lorenzo. That's the striker man, isn't it? That's the target man. With his head. Got my Pulis cap on and everything. There's the big man. On his debut. Ergie with an assist. Loving that. I have this terrible habit. Good save. I have this terrible habit, and I don't know if anybody else is like this. Probably not, because I'm an idiot mainly. So there's probably not as many. But I do all my, I need a left winger. I need a centre back. Okay, I need a striker, etc., etc. I do all my transfers. And I never take into account, because I always just don't even think about it, things like leadership, free kick taking, corner taking, penalty taking. Quite important part. Hang on, let me just concede this goal. Oh, quite important parts of the game. And then what I do is that I hope that I've accidentally signed the next David Beckham or James Ward-Prowse. Doesn't usually work out that way. But so I have no idea how good Ergie is at corners. Okay, double figures. We'll take that. We'll take double figures. No idea if we've got a free kick taker. But 1-0, 1-0 even. But not a dominating performance. We deserve to be ahead. We can get a second goal, but they look like they might score a goal. Okay, getting in each other's way. Good stuff. Corsair plays it out to Merlot. Come on, Merlot. Be good. I don't know if it's risky selling Brian because Merlot didn't exactly prove himself last year, did he? I know we were playing him on the left as an inverted, but he didn't set a world alight, did he? Go on, Ergie. And again. Okay, third time's a charm. Oh my God, he waited so long there. That looked offside, didn't it? Let's not celebrate that. I think it is. It's... Come on! Ergie looked miles off. Oh, have you got a little cheeky partnership here? That looked miles off. And one of the defenders... Oh, yeah, one of their defenders didn't step up. Oh, hey. Is this the dream? Who knew? Who knew? I think I might have invented a new tactic. Crossing to the big guy that's good at heading. Write that down. Write that down. You're lucky I can give you such massive girthy tips. Okay, so you're my filler in. Okay, we need to take you off. Perez is a decent all-rounder. You could just about get away with playing him as a target man. I want to keep the system, ideally. Merlot's had a... Brian. Shot window. Shot window, Brian. We're 2-0 up 15. Can we get rid of the guys playing really well? Yes, fine. Bring on the captain. Speaking of captains, have you heard old Jordan Henderson's trying to get back to the Premier League with his tail between his legs? Well, his tail between his legs and a massive big bag of cash. So it's like, go on. Go on, hit it, finish it. Oh, Brian, you've got to finish that. Yeah. That's funny, isn't it? I thought he was going to change the world and help improve the stature of Saudi Arabian football. And now... Is he just fed up with hanging out with Steven Gerrard? Like, is that like a don't meet your hero or don't get managed by your heroes type thing? Okay, that was a lovely little turn and pass out. Okay, boys. Maybe we should have taken it off attacking when we're 2-0 up. Just a thought. Okay. Look at the XG. No penalties or anything. Over a 2 XG. Come on. Finish on a positive. No more highlights. Thank you very much. Blow the whistle. Job done. We're winning the league. Why not? Let's do it. We have to win the league because it's the only way to get promoted. Because leagues. Because Argentina. Right, my friends. There we go. Let me know. Be honest. What you thought of my transfers. Who you think is going to be the star signing. Is spending 200 grand on that kid ridiculous? Yes. But will he come good? And how do I give him game time while also trying to win games? That's the tricky part. And do I get rid of Brian and hope that Merlot just gets good? Right. Questions for you all. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.